As the Democrats open their national convention, CBS News unravels a campaign of dirty tricks against presidential candidate Bill Clinton.
It was the kind of tragedy a family desperately tries to forget. An emotionally distraught young woman, 7 months pregnant, takes her own life. But the family and friends of Susan Coleman have been forced to relive this tragedy as political agents threatened to drag her name through the mud of the presidential campaign. They were victims of an unusually brazen dirty tricks operation run by an independent committee that supports George Bush for president. The group, the Presidential Victory Committee, seized on an anonymous letter, which had also been mass mailed to news organizations, alleging that Susan Coleman's suicide 15 years ago followed a love affair with her law professor Bill Clinton that left her pregnant. Susan's family asserts there is no truth to this, and reporters who investigated the anonymous letter found it to be a nasty hoax.
They were like peering like this?
Yes. That's what the neighbors said. They were peering, and they came over and they pulled at that door.
A friend of Susan Coleman's family, who asked that her name be withheld, says her neighbors told her Brown's henchmen came calling when she wasn't home. When she returned, they pressured her into talking to them.
They said they had been to the police department, they had been to banks, looking into various people's backgrounds.
The two gumshoes were Davie Bussie, an official of the Presidential Victory Committee, and Jim Murphy, a retired D.C. policeman. Federal election records show both men are paid by the Victory Committee for work on behalf of Bush's election. Another stop for the investigating duo, the home of Susan's husband. He took their picture on his front porch. They probed for clues in the dead woman's suicide note.
They did want to know what was in it. I told them that was personal and it was none of their business.
Another target was Susan's mother. The duo trailed her down country roads to the Army Hospital in Augusta, Georgia, where her husband was being treated for a stroke. Here, the two men burst into the sick man's room and began questioning the shaken mother about her daughter's suicide.